Go across to my colleague Yogesh Sheetal joining us from Mumbai. Let's also tell our viewers we're getting those live visuals from Chennai, I believe, where Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Palaniswamy there is participating in the Independence Day celebrations, taking the Guard of Honor. In fact, Yogesh, very quickly, the overall import of Prime Minister's messaging since Ashok was talking about what it had in store for rural India. There was a specific mention of percolation of digital India footprints in rural India, in rural Bharat, where Prime Minister specifically talked about the target of 1,000 days. Within 1,000 days, 6 lakh villages will be covered under optical fiber project.
Happy Independence Day, Shakal. See, not only fibers, but also if you just talk broadly, we know Maharashtra basically is an agricultural state, and as PM also rightly mentioned that APMC Act has been amended by the government, and that's the reason why rural Maharashtra, particularly Nagpur, Vidarbha region, and also Marathwada region, basically agricultural pockets of Maharashtra has largely benefited, because we know more than 200 APMC markets are in Maharashtra. And especially if we just precisely about APMC market, Washi, where farmers are now able to sell their product directly. We know that Mahasmriti one expressway has been likely to be started in next few years from Nagpur to Mumbai. So several steps have been taken to ensure that the concern of farmers are properly taken care of. Also, on the other hand, PM also rightly mentioned about the housing schemes that also Ashok Srivastava was underlining at this point in time. Because in Mumbai, basically, Mumbai is one of the most expensive cities we know, and when the people basically they are migrated from different states to Mumbai, and they face basic difficulties in their livelihoods, in their stay. So that is also one of the major points. The third important point that PM is mentioning, that PM mentioned, and especially in terms of Maharashtra, let me tell you that the entire online education. The PM also mentioned that lakhs of challenges we have, but also we have crores of solutions. So definitely in of online education in Mumbai, in Maharashtra, the government of Maharashtra has also initiated the first state is the government of Maharashtra, which has started online education with the help of Google. So number of things, I think broadly he has covered all the all the corners or the challenges, all the situations prevailing in different parts of country, and definitely it relates to Maharashtra also, in urban Maharashtra.
But that vocal for local big push by Prime Minister, I think, was also one of the key areas there. Abhishek, very brief, Sheetal, very briefly. Atmanirbhar Bharat is not only about speaking in words, but also the mantra forward. I think Prime Minister's entire speech, which lasted for around 90 minutes, was very forward-looking. It covered from internal security to education to political process. But overall, what's the kind of reaction that you're getting in from Mumbaikars on PM's speech today? Very quickly.
See, Shakal, Atmanirbhar Bharat was formally announced by the NDA government later on. But if we say previously, government had already started working on this, and also Make in India and Digital India, which was in fact the part of this large program. And later on, the program was formally announced after some disputes on Galwan Valley. So now, at this point in time, let me confirm that the Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has also time and again underlined and also highlighted that yes, Atmanirbhar Bharat is one of the good steps. Earlier also we had seen on the civic bodies level, like in Nagpur we had seen that some women self-help group have started manufacturing some masks, and also small level industries like MSMEs already strong in Maharashtra. So MSMEs and also small level businesses, so they are trying to encourage these things in rural Maharashtra, as I also mentioned in your last question, that in basically rural Maharashtra the main focus is on rural Maharashtra, because they know that they are basically the manufacturer, and MIDC, we just talk about MIDC talking about different steps taken by different bodies like in Marathwada region, in central Maharashtra region. So these are the regions which are rich in terms of resources and also in terms of raw products. So they are basically trying to encourage these things to ensure that the supply chain could be strengthened. And Atmanirbhar Bharat in terms of Maharashtra will definitely push, because the government of Maharashtra is also working on the line of central government on particular this scheme Atmanirbhar Bharat.
The quick point, thank you very much, Sheetal. We will come to you. We will come to you in a bit. In fact, before we leave you, a quick reaction, because Maharashtra also topped earlier the worst hit states from COVID-19 pandemic 19, where Prime Minister today also specifically mentioned about how these COVID challenges, we as a nation, we've managed to convert them into big opportunities, and also 3 vaccines on trial basis already, where Prime Minister not only saluted the corona warriors, the medical fraternity, but the scientists who are actively involved in R&D, which is currently underway. Yogesh Sheetal, can you hear us? All right, let's try and reconnect with Yogesh. But in the meanwhile, let me quickly get in my colleague Ashok. You know that